deeping, 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 deeping.
Hello and welcome to the WIP, the What If podcast that's a work in progress. I am your host, the Slim James, joined by my sometimes co-host and cohort, the best man, Andrew the Giant.
Hello.
And the groomsman, the franchise.
Hello.
There it is. So today, for the first time ever, it's a special bonus episode. We're not talking Marvel's What If. We're not even talking Marvel. I know, we're venturing outside the known universe. It's DC.
Whoa.
But don't worry, it's still not regular continuity, because screw that. It's an Elseworlds, DC's version of What If. It started with like Gaslight, or Gotham Gaslight, Gotham, something. Batman is fighting Jack the Ripper. And it seems like, when I was looking up a list of them, a lot of them are either like... The ones I've looked up, it seems to be a lot of them just transposed to different time periods. Which is kind of lame.
Yeah.
You know?
Fighting John Wilkes Booth.
Exactly.
And Harvey Oswald.
Exactly.
Hitler.
Hitler's assassin. The Human Torch. This is never a regular series. It's not like Elseworlds #1. They're just always one-offs. And the one we're presenting is Speeding Bullets. Or as Megadeth would say, Speeding Bullets! like sweating bullets, guys?
Yeah.
Anybody? Kingdom Come might count in this list of Elseworlds. So I own that. I think you still have it,
Yes.
you bum.
And I just started reading it.
All right.
Like
It won't
this
take...
weekend.
It's really short, so it won't take long.
I got 2 pages in.
Yeah. Well, but I'm saying it's like, you know,
But I've
for
had
another...
it for like a year.
For another bonus episode, we can review that, because that's like, you know, people jack off to that all the time. It's a classic or whatever.
That's gross.
This Speeding Bullets, I can't tell if it's rare or not, because, you know, I don't see it ever, but I look on eBay and one's selling for 99 cents. And that's the thing about eBay. Like, it can just throw off the value of a comic book. Because beyond, like, you know, your core actual key issues that are like, you know, Silver Age stuff, some first appearances... Like, beyond that, the scale is just wildly wherever you feel like it. Some guys like, oh my god, this is rare, $28, please. And some other guys like, I don't care, 99 cents or whatever. And, like, you have the people in the middle who are like, $5. That way you pay for it, and I'm not giving it away, but, you know, let's not go crazy. Collecting comics is essentially, you're never going to make money at it ever. So don't go into it with that mindset.
Yeah.
Well, like, you know, you buy some
My
first...
retirement fund.
Yeah.
10 comic books that I have.
Like, I bought the Marvel 2-in-1 run. It's like I got 80 comics for $40. That's a good per unit price. So that I can deal with. But like, if you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna buy this first appearance, unless you're getting it for literally like a quarter or I'd say upward $2. Anything more than that, you might not be able to sell it back for what you paid for it. Like, I bought the first appearance of Nova, and it was $2, pretty good condition.
Yeah.
I might be able to get $5 from that if people are like, oh my god, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
I probably won't sell it because I like to keep comics, but you know, that's a whole nother thing. Speeding Bullets. What if
DC?
What if Superman? What if Superman was Batman? Exactly.
He'd be Batman.
Super Batman.
Yeah. So our cover is shades, an homage of Superman #1. The crux of the story: Thomas and Martha Wayne discover the rocket that crashes on Earth. Not John and is it Martha Kent too? Yeah.
Yes.
Geez, guys, get some mom names. So yeah, the Waynes find the rocket, and Kal-El becomes Bruce Wayne rather than Clark Kent. So it's a weird double mishmash. Like they don't call him Clark Wayne.
Did the rocket ship crash into Gotham itself, like in the middle of the city?
I still think it was outside the city, but you know, I think
Out at the farm.
yeah. Well, like they do another Elseworlds where it's like, what if the rocket landed in Russia and he was a communist?
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Red Sun.
Exactly. You could just do that a million times over. Well, what if it landed here?
What if it landed in the ocean and you just drowned?
The end. Yeah, even though he's Superman, parents still die because Batman. Young Bruce zaps the killer with laser eyes, not Betty Davis eyes. Because his parents died and he killed a guy, Bruce Wayne becomes a crazy recluse. I mean, he's still rich and stuff and shaves, but he's just like...
Do they still have Alfred?
I think so.
Yep, there he is.
There. Lex Luthor is looking all fat and kingpinny. You can't fault me for not pronouncing. You can't fault for pronouncing a made-up word wrong. Kingpinish, Kingpinular.
Like a kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kingpinular is better.
So I think at some points Lex Luthor was fat, right?
I have no idea.
He's usually presented as like svelte, but I think sometimes he was a little pudgy.
Maybe as a kid. I can see him being a fat kid.
Lex Luthor is looking to make a move to Gotham and get in on that racket. Bruce meets Lois Lane, who has actually been our narrator this entire time. Batman shows up, and he's extra vicious, combining Superman's strengths with Batman's rage-a-hall. And so he's just like smashing guys left and right. Something Superman might not do, but Batman would be like, fuck yeah, he's got super strength. It's just bones, powder.
So he's actually killing people.
Well, I don't know if he goes that far, but he's just messing him up something bad. I think he might do the thing where he picks him up and drops him, and then flies down and catches him to scare the
Breaks
bejesus
their
out of him.
Whiplash.
That's Spider-Man's jam. Come on, guys. Lois doesn't like vicious Batman, and he thinks he's better than that, despite not actually knowing him at all or anything. Then Lex Luthor reveals himself to be a fat, bald Joker. You don't really know why they mashed them together, but because it's a combined universe, just do it.
Yeah, they're greatest enemies. Put them together.
And make him a fat, bald Joker. He flies away with a propeller backpack.
Go Gadget Copter.
Exactly. I think that's an established Joker thing.
What?
The propeller backpack.
It's not even a backpack though. It's like coming like straight out of his back. Like he's not wearing anything on his back.
It's chic and flush.
It's Wayne Tech.
Yeah. Joke Luthor, Joker? I don't know. Luther Vandross tries to fly away, but Batman has none of it. And he almost kills Lex, but relents. Because he's a nice guy now. Because Lois Lane's like, hey, don't. And he unmasks for Lois. Come on. Always with the unmasking. Spider-Man did it for everyone in Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Die.
Exactly. So he unmasks for Lois, they kiss, and he becomes good guy Superman with a fantastic 90s Gambit cowl on the very last page. So overall, this is a simple story. I didn't think there was anything too memorable. It's also not annoying or intelligence insulting. It's good to see some Batman-like rage in this Superman, so he can just be like destroying things. And but Lex Luthor as the Joker is a little forced and ridiculous looking, but he isn't asked to do much, so good enough. Like he doesn't you don't have this whole another super complicated plot where he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna capture you. I'm gonna put kryptonite in the cosmetic products, and so the lipstick combined with a hairspray kills Superman or Batman.
Somebody's gonna die.
Exactly. And the art in this, nothing too remarkable, but it's also not bad. So, So, let's talk Superman and or Batman.
And/or
Dawn of Justice.
what's happening?
I hear they're filming that with Justice League back to back, which is probably why they're, getting so many people signed and appearing.
Green Lantern, Wonder Woman.
Do they have a Green Lantern?
Well, won't they put that in the Justice movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
Martian Manhunter?
I haven't seen
Yeah, I think that the writer was, not a fan of Martian Manhunter. So we got,
I haven't seen anything about Green Lantern yet.
Oh, you got? Okay.
As far as casting goes.
So
Yeah.
who's in the Justice League?
well, for the movie, we got Cyborg, which is some guy named Ray Fisher.
Definitely.
I didn't even know what he was.
Yes.
I don't know what Ray Fisher has done. I didn't even find any interview with him on when I looked on YouTube. So why not a character I don't care about with an actor I don't care about? It's like a match made in heaven. Wonder Woman, who's Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw the 6-second teaser in Fast and Furious 6 when she was on a talk show. It's gonna be awful. She seems like, hey, because she was playing the sassy female character. It's like, how'd you get the stuff? And she doesn't speak English as a first language or whatever, so I don't know what Wonder Woman's gonna be doing. Like, hey, Superman, how you get the stuff? I was like, what are you talking? Shh, don't speak. So not 100% confirmed, but possible Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I saw, yeah.
But the other thing, well,
Jason
they were also-
Mimosa is a big hit on Mother's Day brunch.
Yes. They were talking either Aquaman or Martian Manhunter was also another
Yeah, well,
possibility for him.
one of the articles I saw there, the either the writer or director doesn't like Martian Manhunter, so screw that.
What's not to love?
Plus, Jason Momoa was on Baywatch when he was younger, so he's a
Yeah.
natural fit to play Aquaman.
Yeah.
And he already has a superhero body, not to get too gay, but you know. And he already has the epic beardness going on. At least what I saw in the Jimmy Kimmel interview I watched it counted as research.
Yes, I saw that too.
Yeah. You got Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. So be prepared for stumbly, mumbly, mildly autistic Lex Luthor. Hey, I don't think you should do that, Superman. I'm going to get you.
I think he'll do a good job.
Ah,
I think
man.
he's good enough, and he can do.
I just don't like his sourpuss. He just seems like he's like had some bad grape jelly in every movie I've seen. It's
So
like,
he's one of the
oh.
guys. Well, like when Heath Ledger was cast as Joker, people were
Pissed off, and Jesse Eisenberg hasn't really done many serious things. Well, The Social Network, I guess, and that was good. So he can do it.
He can do it. People have stopped talking about Affleck being Batman.
Yeah,
That's
everybody
what
needs to take a fucking break.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
gonna happen regardless of whether you're mad about it or not.
Yeah, besides,
Cut it out.
I watched Argo. Ben Affleck's not terrible.
He's not a horrible actor.
no.
There's a lot worse.
Yes.
Yeah. So if they have Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, can we get Michael Cera as Doomsday?
Well, is Lex Luthor the only villain in this one that's been announced? Or?
No, I don't remember.
Well, there was also
There
like a
was
rumor they were introduced Darkseid or Darkseid, Darkseid, maybe because if they do Thanos, see it's ironic because a lot of characters in Marvel were like, let's say influenced by DC characters, but the Marvel characters are first to movie, so now it looks like DC's ripping off Marvel. It's like
They are.
Thanos is a ripoff of Darkseid,
No, this is way different.
Dark side.
Darkseid. Plus, guys, Lawrence Fishburne is coming back as Perry White.
Oh, thank God.
Exactly. Have you seen an ad for Blackish, that terrible Anthony Anderson racist show?
No.
It's terrible.
What is it?
It's black family, and Lawrence Fishburne is like the wisecracking dad / grandpa, and it's like
It's fantastic.
it's like if you really want to get back to your roots, you should watch Roots. I don't feel comfortable watching this. Also, I thought you were better than this, Lawrence Fishburne.
Well, his daughter's doing porn, isn't she? So
And didn't he start off on the Pee Wee Herman show?
Yeah, but
yeah, he doesn't give a shit anymore.
apparently. Plus, yeah, I don't know how much gravitas does Perry White have. They might also incorporate the TV universe, possibly.
The Flash and Green Arrow?
Yeah, that's all just sort of rumors. Although there is a precedent for such behavior now with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. sort of tying into the movies, so it wouldn't be completely like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think especially with those shows being on at the same time that Justice League is
Uh-huh.
going to be coming out, I think it
Yeah,
would be okay for them to just use those same actors
yeah.
in the movie as well.
Yeah, plus that way you don't need to deal with, like,
'Cause they're already
introducing
playing-
Green Arrow
They're
and
already
stuff. Like,
playing that part, so they already know how to do it.
Yeah. And then it's just one story.
I need to learn how to play Green
I
Arrow.
know. Yeah.
It's like playing Bruce Wayne, but less popular.
I'm hoping that well,
What are you hoping?
did you read anything on the summary of the movie?
Not
Or any
really.
research?
No.
So they showed it. It's a leaked teaser from Comic-Con from this weekend.
Uh huh.
So, but they don't know if it's real or not. It just shows Batman standing in front of a bunch of TV screens, and it's showing like news coverage of Superman and Zod's fight,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. It just shows Batman watching TV, and that's it.
Is he in the Batcave, like watching it on all those, or is he just at a
It's just
storefront
dark.
window?
It's storefront
I can't
with a
afford
group of
TV.
people just out on the street. But they said it's based on Dark Knight Returns, which I guess is the book is after it takes place after Batman retires.
Yeah.
so
Well,
future.
it's sort of like
He's 55 years old
yeah. So
and stops being Batman. Crime is still happening, so he comes back to fight Two-Face,
Yeah,
and then
turns up with that
because
little girl.
Yeah. So because Batman comes back, Joker wakes up from his coma that he's in because he can sense that
My Batman
Batman's
sense is going crazy.
Yeah, and then there's a missile strike somewhere, and Superman destroys the missile, but it lands in a desert and creates like a nuclear winter, which blocks out the sun,
Mm-hmm.
which weakens Superman. And then I think Batman. I don't know. The summary I read was on Wikipedia, so it wasn't too in depth. So I don't know exactly why they decide to fight, but Batman and Superman fight, and because Superman is weakened, Batman actually stands a chance, and Green Arrow comes and helps with a kryptonite arrow, and then Batman has a heart attack.
So yeah, so like,
and seemingly dies, but then at the end, at the funeral,
or did I? Question mark.
but then at the funeral, Superman can hear Batman's heart beating still, and winks at Robin because he knows that Batman is still alive.
But buried alive.
That's the yes. And then the end is, I guess,
It says the end with a question mark.
Batman and Robin and Green Arrow and some others back in the Batcave. So Batman is still alive.
They made
He's
another one of those
50-something
too.
years old.
Like The Dark Knight Strikes Again.
Something like that. But I don't know why
It's a
they.
sequel to it.
It just seems like hope they'll go like Superman just came in and just fucking destroyed everything. So now Batman's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
where.
kick your ass.
And have a kryptonite glove. Punch you.
Yeah, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know kryptonite. So he's
Batman
gonna
knows
try to beat
everything.
him up.
Yeah, you can
He's
prepare
gonna,
for
he's
anything.
gonna try to beat him up and just get his ass kicked.
Batarangs.
Maybe he'll get
And then he'll
broken.
find out.
Theme
Somehow.
song.
Yeah. Just tear him in half.
Yeah. Well, it's, yeah. The destruction that Superman caused.
Yeah.
Now they're saying that that could be sort of something that wakes all these heroes up. It could be something where like they fight Superman and then they're like, oh, I'm a good guy, and they all and then that leads into a Justice League movie.
Yeah. Well, then they hug at the end.
Yeah.
Well, they have to fight.
Batman needs a little help from his friends.
Yeah.
What's the rule of a team up? Fight each other, and then you find, it was all Lex Luthor playing us against each other.
So the Avengers was.
Yeah.
All of them, they all fought each other first, and then they were friends.
Yeah, Thor,
Yeah.
Captain America, Iron Man in the woods, like,
Yeah.
leveling trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, they weren't
Ross and
destroying
Chandler.
buildings. They weren't downtown
Yeah.
killing millions of people,
They just
Don't
got a few campers.
tearing buildings down.
I don't know. So here, they're like, DC's movies, they're trying to, step up production and try to match the 12-year Marvel puts out between their own and other studios with their characters.
Mhm.
So it could either be the best of times or the death of superhero movies as we know it, as it just gets too blown up with too many wild crossovers.
I think it'll take a while for it to die out. I mean, even with them diving deeper into even like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, yeah, well, we're
They're good
actually,
enough.
well, you think so, but we're standing on the edge right now. Guardians of the Galaxy hasn't come out. We've only had people who are at least in continuity's sake,
Yeah.
A and B listers: Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, the Avengers, Hulk. Now, do people want to go see Guardians of the Galaxy in a movie? Is the Marvel brand that strong so that flunky heroes suddenly can have their own movies?
I think so.
Or because then that leads to what, more expansion, and then you have 6 Marvel movies coming out plus X-Men and or Spider-Man, and then it's too much. And then you also have DC, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll make Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Arrow, Green Lantern, and Batman, Green Arrow, and everyone with Green Arrow.
I'm anxious to see how they do with Batman and Superman, because it seems like they're trying to rush. Now
Yeah.
they're saying, look, we're just gonna throw the Green Lantern and Flash movie, just throwing people together to introduce all of them at the same time, so then we can do the Justice League movie.
Yeah. They're just trying to catch up to Marvel.
Yeah.
It'll either be the best of times or the worst of times, because DC can ruin anything. So, that said, Superman and Batman combined in this comic book. Any other same universe mashups? Because I have a couple.
Wasn't there a Avengers Justice League crossover where Superman actually was able to pick up Thor's hammer? and Captain America's shield at the same time.
Anybody can pick up Captain
Yeah, I was
America's
gonna say it
shield.
doesn't weigh a lot. Well, I mean, it probably weighs something, but as long as you got that
Isn't
super
it
strength.
supposed to be really light.
Well, it can't be really light because he needs to throw it far.
So?
It needs its own weight to have inertia and momentum to
Okay,
go
well,
that
it just
far.
feels light. It's not actually light.
Like it's like
feels
throwing
like
a
it's
regular
made out of
frisbee
aluminum.
versus throwing like a pie pan.
Yeah.
Which one's gonna go farther?
A
Yeah.
pie
See,
pan
I was
made out of vibranium.
exactly so many pies. See, I was thinking, I was saying this as a setup for jokes. Master Mold and MODOK, Master Moldoc, just spitting out tiny MODOKs everywhere. Right winger and left winger, flunky Captain America villains, combined to just form Winger, 80s rock band. Multiple man and strong guy becomes multiple guy, or strong man.
Yeah.
And of course, to end our Marvel side, Black Goliath, Bill Foster, and Giant Size Man Thing. Giant Size Black Man Thing. Goliath. Is it a giant Goliath-sized black man thing?
Yeah.
AKA 50% of porn on the internet. So on the DC side, I came up with some. Sergeant Rock, who's their military guy, and Plastic Man becomes Plastic Army Man. Aquaman and Green Lantern becomes Turquoise. And of course, the best one, Penguin and the Riddler become the Piddler.
What branch of the military is Sergeant Rock?
I don't know. I just looked up that
Looks
he
like he's a
existed.
Marine.
You got
Aquaman and Sergeant Rock. Aquamarine.
That is. That was fun trip into the DC universe, but let's not go back for a while.
Nah.
No.
So in closing, I will remind you to follow us on Twitter at the Slim James or at giant_size, theslimjames.com, giantsizecomicthings.com. The WIP What If podcast is on iTunes, on Stitcher, on YouTube, and on Vimeo. So go out there and find us. And remember, don't spend the rest of your life asking, what if?